welcome to our Growth Mindset interview room. Today we are going to be talking to our head teacher, Mr. Bevan, our science teacher, Miss Richards, and a pupil, George Hockenhole.
Can you explain growth mindset in one sentence?
Growth mindset is about accepting challenges, working really hard to challenge yourself, and knowing that if you make any mistakes or any failures, then that's okay, and that you learn from those mistakes and that you continue to challenge yourself and keep working hard.
Having the tenacity to not give up in challenging situations.
How have you helped someone else use growth mindset?
I've helped somebody with growth mindset because with mock exams recently, there's been a lot of people doubting themselves, and yeah, so I've gone up to them and said, you know what, actually you can do this and you can do it because you've got the ability to do it, and that way they've been able to hopefully succeed in what they've done.
11Y1 in their ICEs all thought it was the hardest thing in the world. Actually, it's really, really easy, and now they know that.
Yes, I think I've helped lots of people, hopefully, to have a growth mindset. Adopting a growth mindset myself, I think, was the most important thing, but to help other people, just know that it's about the effort, and I think I do that most of the time by praising people's effort, really purposeful efforts, and that really does help people have a growth mindset then.
Do you think growth mindset applies in your everyday life?
I think it does because there's a lot of occasions where people think, oh, I can't do this, I can't be bothered to do this, and then if they just thought, you know what, maybe I can do this, I think they'd be a lot better off for it.
Yes, when I'm trying to get myself ready for whole staff presentations because they've really scared me in the past, and now I know I can do it.
Yes, of course it does. I think growth mindset is evident in everyday life. It can be from making decisions about, getting yourself ready for school and doing new things in every aspect of your life. If you have an open mind and you're willing to put in the work, then I think you can actually change the way that you think. So everyday life, absolutely. I've been convinced now for about 2 years.
When do you use growth mindset?
I use growth mindset in sport a lot, as you might be able to tell by what I'm wearing today. But yes, then sometimes you think, oh, can I be as good as I need to be for whatever game, whatever match, whatever sport? But then in fact, you're there for a reason, and because people believe that you can improve your game. So yeah, for that reason, you've got to have a growth mindset.
So a good example of when I use my growth mindset, I probably use it every day. I think it is now part of the way that I think and that I lead, and that certainly how I work. I accept that if something is going to be really challenging, then that probably means that you're making a difference. Before, I think I might have thought, well, actually, if those challenges come up, then maybe something's going wrong. But actually, I know that if you really are making progress and making improvements, then it is going to be challenging. You're going to be working right at the edge of your comfort zone, and that's a good thing. And again, it's also okay if you get things wrong, because that means you're probably doing new things, challenging yourself, and that's why you get things wrong. And then that's a really good learning point. And I think that's what I've taken from growth mindsets.
And the last question, what is your growth mindset's New Year's resolution?
My growth mindset New Year's resolution is to sort of spread the word, because I know a lot of people that have a fixed mindset, so they don't believe they can do things, where if I tell them, do you know what, actually, you can do this, I believe in you, you should believe in yourself, they'd be a lot better off for it.
To complete my growth mindset masters.
A growth mindset, I think, has changed the way that I behave as an adult, the way that I behave as a parent, and certainly the way I behave as a leader in school. You've got to have a growth mindset to wear a hat like this, for starters. So my New Year's resolution for growth mindset, I think I've got 3. One is to make sure that Harry Redknapp, the manager of QPR, has a growth mindset so we can have a much better season. The other one is that the growth mindset becomes something in this school which the students continue to embrace, and that we become a national school for growth mindsets, because I think we've got the real talent here for doing that. And the last one is to do some of those really rubbishy DIY jobs around my house, which my wife keeps nagging me about, that I don't have a very growth mindset to, and I've got to change. Okay, so finishing off about growth mindsets, just over 2 years ago I read a book by Matthew Said called Bounce, and within that book, that was the first time I found out about the idea about growth mindset. It's a fascinating book, and as a consequence of reading that book, I adopted a growth mindset. I genuinely have changed the way that I parent. I've got two daughters, two teenage daughters, and I've changed the way that I parent, and those ideas have been shared with other colleagues in school. Hence we're at this point now where growth mindset really is something that we fully believe in, and we know that it's already making a difference to students' confidence in the way that they approach things. As a parent, there are lots of things to be learned, but actually it's really, really very simple. The first thing that you need to do is praising effort. Not just sort of lavish praise around simple things, but praising where your son or your daughter, you know, are really putting in the effort. It's not about the outcome, it's just about the effort they put into whatever it is that they're doing that's challenging themselves. And that's a really, really good starting point. Those communications around how hard they're trying, really, really important thing.